Brad Pitt almost lost his breakout role to these three famous actors. GEENA Davis met Brad Pitt at his first audition. Back then, GEENA Davis met Brad during casting for Thelma and Louise. The other three actors auditioning for the same role were there also. At that time, Brad had about $300 in his name, a dented silver Datsun car, which he named Runaround Sue, to make ends meet while trying to Hollywood's gatekeepers as a wannabe actor. He did all sorts of odd jobs, and like dressing up as a chicken to entice customers into a local fast food spot and being a delivery boy. At nighttime, driving strippers around. He was part of a group called the Dancing Bears, an all-male frat-adjacent club, somewhat akin to Chippendales. Transporting strippers from place to place, he ended up quitting after 2 months. But on his very last night as a chauffeur, one of the dancers helped alter the trajectory of his entire life. On the last night, one of the new strippers told him about an acting class that her friend Charlie Sheen went to. He figured, if it's good enough for Charlie, it's good enough for me. The class was taught by Roy London, and in no time at all, Pitt had caught his biggest break yet. Once he captured attention on the big screen for Thelma and Louise in 1989, starring Suzan Sarandon and GEENA Davis, Best Original Screenplay at the 64th Academy Awards. However, Pitt was paid $6,000 for his role in the film. After, we all know how his career went. Let's go back to the 4 finalists for that role. She said that they were all very handsome. They all had brown hair and very talented. And then the 4th one who came, Brad Pitt, he was so nice and good-looking and incredibly talented that she was like screwing up his audition because I was just like, wow. But GEENA Davis said to her team, "Would you be interested in knowing who I like best?" And they went, "Oh yeah, please." She said, "The blonde one." She didn't know any of them. First one was good-looking Grant Show, and second was Mark Ruffalo that we all know as the Hulk. Oh, what a surprise. But here's the kicker. The third person, well, she was sitting next to on a flight back to LA. The flight attendants met her at the door and said, "Guess who you're sitting next to?" The gentleman sitting was very friendly and finally said, "You know, I hate Brad Pitt." She said, "Why?" He said, "I hate him because he got the part." She said, "Oh, you really wanted the part too?" And said, "You couldn't tell when I auditioned with you." She didn't even knew him. And guess what? It was the charismatic George Clooney. What you think, George Clooney or Brad Pitt? Comment, like, and smash that subscribe button for the next wild celebrity stories.